members of the ISRC, and to all the young and curious minds, members of the most intelligent and the most feisty student body in the country, our students. What a responsibility it is that you have, the responsibility to learn. It is a huge responsibility. To the parents of the Magnificent Seven and the guardians who are here, thank you for raising this wonderful crop of TUT students whom we celebrate today. What a beautiful morning it is. Just one day ago, at the CSIR Convention Center, we celebrated the TUT Academic Excellent staff members. And on that occasion, I borrowed an ancient story known in many societies across the African continent. I borrowed that story. It is also known in the African diaspora. It is known in the Americas. It is known in the Caribbean. It is known in Europe among the Africans who have ended up there one way or the other. And I told that story briefly. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there was an old woman, blind, wise, and resilient. She was a sage, a prophet, and a clairvoyant. Her reputation for wisdom was without peer and without question. Among her people, she was both the law and its transgression. The honor she was paid and the awe in which she was held reached beyond her neighborhood to faraway lands and seas, up to the cities where the intelligence of rural prophets was somewhat a source of amusement. One day, the blind, wise old woman is visited by some young people. Their aim was to disprove her clairvoyance and to show her up for the fraud that they believed she was. Their plan was simple. They entered her house and they asked the one question, the answer to which rode solely on her difference from them, a difference they regarded as a profound disability, her blindness. They stand before her, and one of them says, "Old woman, I hold in my hand a bird. Tell me whether it is living or dead." She does not answer. And then the question is repeated. Tell me whether this bird I'm holding in my hand is living or dead. She still does not answer. She is blind. She cannot see her visitors, let alone what they have in their hands. She does not know what color they are, what gender they are, what nationality they are. But she can sense that their motive is impure. The old woman's silence is so long, the young people have trouble holding their laughter. So they start to laugh. The plan, of course, was that if she said the bird in their hands was alive, they would squash it dead instantly. If she said the bird in their hands was dead, they would release it into her face and they would roll on the floor in laughter. But the old, blind, wise woman took her time before answering them. Eventually, she spoke. Her voice was soft but stern when she said, "I don't know. I don't know whether the bird you are holding in your hands is dead or alive. But what I do know is that it is in your hands. It is in your hands." And the boisterous bunch of young people were stunned into silence, so that one by one, they left her house, hanging their heads in shame. End of story. What has this story to do with us as TUT staff and students, and as parents of the students we are celebrating today? This story has everything to do with us and everything to do with TUT. Friends and colleagues, we have a challenge. The bird is in our hands, and we dare not let the bird die. We have a dream in our hands, and we dare not let that dream die. The bird in our hands is the qualifications we have and those we are pursuing. The bird in our hands are the opportunities we have to develop ourselves and to make a contribution to our country's economy. The bird in our hands is our God-given talents. We can't and we won't let that bird die in our hands. But the ultimate answer to the question of what the story of the blind, wise old woman has to do with us is to be found in the individual stories captured in the brief profiles of the TUT's magnificent 7 students of 2025, the crème de la crème, they who rose to the top of the class in each of our 7 faculties. If you ask me, of what relevance is this story to a kid in the Platteland town of Bethlehem near Kroonstad in the Free State, I will say to you, check the profile of top achiever Zilke Haynes from the Faculty of Science, she who hails from Bethlehem in the Free State. You will be amazed at how she has kept the bird in her hand alive. As it says in the good book, "And you, Bethlehem of the Free State, you are by no means least among the leaders of South Africa. For out of you will come a brilliant scientist who will take after Einstein, and she shall be named Zilke Haynes." What will a girl born and bred in the city of Johannesburg do with this story of the blind, wise old woman? For an answer, one must study the story of Mpho Masindi Mudau of the Faculty of Arts and Design. That girl, if she will pardon me calling her a girl, she could be my daughter. That girl is the next big thing in the world of design, and has always known deep in her heart that the bird was firmly in her hands and that it was up to her to let the bird live or die. She chose to let the bird in her hands live. Look at her now. Can she stand up? Did Zilke stand up? As I mention your name, please stand. Let's see you. Look at them now. Thank you. But Can the story land on the village of Mbuzini at the border between South Africa and Mozambique? Or will our story crash upon a lonely hill like the plane that was carrying Samora Machel in October 1986, which crashed in Mbuzini? Will this story land in Mbuzini? Yes, the story of the blind, wise old woman has landed beautifully at Mbuzini. If the inspirational story of Andile, wise man, Nkalanga, top of the ICT faculty class in 2025, if that story of Andile, wise man, Nkalanga is anything to go by, this story will land at Mbuzini. Wise men, stand up. Let's see you. Thank you. And will the story of the blind, wise old man navigate the footpaths that meander around the hills and the lakes of Venderland in Limpopo? Yes, it can. Please allow the story of Mpondo from the Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment to speak to you. Check how Mpo carried the bird in her hands from Toyando to TUT and now to the rest of the world. Mpondo, please stand up. There she is. And yes, here is another question. Can the story of the wise, blind old woman make sense, Kopitori? Can the story of this old lady be told in Sipitori? The answer to those questions are contained in the remarkable story of Riakanze Sheila, Faculty of Management Sciences. And Riakanze is not done yet. She and the bird in her hands have got many more places to go. They are flying together. Riakanze Sheila, please stand up. Thank you. And yes, we can ask again, will the story of the wise blind old woman make sense eBhayi, eGhini, eKaladokwe, eMqobothini naseLusikisiki? Awutshini madoda. Speak to Asiphile Mabeka, Faculty of Economics and Finance, and she will show you why, what and how it is to be done. She is about to shake up the world of finance and accounting. Asiphile, please stand. Asiphile is not here. Not here in person. But finally, we are asking Riabucha, Ibile Riabuchisha, if the story of the wise, blind old woman will be understandable kwa Haskororo next to Of Kolako, Metsing Abupilo. But even before we finish asking the question, mathematics educator and entrepreneur Rose Matole of the Faculty of Humanities will speak out loud and clear. Rose Matole, are you here? Here she is. In every way and at every level, we shall keep moving from good to great. And the 2025 Magnificent Seven, I wish to say to them, now that I've asked them to stand one by one, in the words of the great Senegalese singer, Youssou N'Dour, I want to say, my hope is in you. I want to watch your spirit touch the sky. My hope is in you. I want to watch your spirit touch the sky. There is so much more we can do. My hope is in you. If you take your love and fly away, I know you will make it through. You will make it through. So sings Yusondo. Congratulations to our magnificent seven. Thank you very much.
Phew. Wow. I don't know if this one actually deserves a round of applause or what. Screaming round of applause, all of them combined. Thank you very much, Professor, for your inspiring and thought-provoking keynote address. Your words perfectly echoed the spirit of today's celebration, the Tshwane University of Technology's Magnificent Seven. The narrative of a blind, wise woman has actually reached our Magnificent Seven. Can the story of a wise woman reach each and every one of us? The Magnificent Seven we honor today embodies the value of a wise old woman, and I would say it is through the support of the family members, the lecturers, the community at large. Thank you, Professor, once again for reminding us why we celebrate them, not just as achievers, but as a symbol of what education, leadership, perseverance can create. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to go through because with this slide change, I just want to make sure that I follow the correct item. Okay. Just give me a second because I'm just going a little bit back and forth here. Okay. This next segment, actually it brings us to full circle from student success to alumni excellency. Our next speaker is proof that at Tshwane University of Technology, education opened doors to impact and influence. He is a Male and Guardian Young South African Award winner and Chief Operating Officer of the ESG Sustainability Agency. Please welcome one of our proudest alumni, Mr. Mandla Magwaza, to deliver the alumni message of support. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Though before we start, I want to just make a very clear acknowledgement that I don't think it's fair to follow the talk by Prof. I do not think that was fair at all to put me in that position. But good day, Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, faculty members, family, and most importantly, the Magnificent Seven that we are here to celebrate today. Your work has been amazing. When I was invited to give this talk, I wasn't too sure what to talk about as alumni. What parts of this journey do I touch on? And, I ended up deciding on promises made, promises kept. When you started this journey, you made a promise to yourselves, to your family, and to your community to do your best, try your best, and become your best, which you've delivered on. It's easy to quit, it's harder to try. And I'm sure along the way you've seen those who did try, but found it easier to quit. You were not one of them. People will cheer you on in two phases of your life, the beginning and the end. funny enough, this is the 2 points where you least need support, the beginning or the end. It's the middle that really matters. It's the middle when no one is there to support you. It's the middle when the discipline is needed. It's the middle when no one is around to clap for you, applaud for you, tell you, and remind you why you're doing it that matters. It's that middle that you've all shown that you can come through. And the only way you've done it was through discipline. What carried you through, that quiet, and it is quite quiet, I know that journey, that quiet, difficult middle will always be the promise you made and the promise that you wanted to keep. And today, you've done just that. 10 years ago, I stood where you stand today, crossing that stage with promise and ambition, right? Believing that your way forward would honestly be bright and lead to so much success. That was my promise that I kept. The next promise I made was to build, to lead, to innovate far beyond the campus walls. And my journey took longer than others. For almost a decade, almost 10 years, I had no success. For almost 10 years, I had to keep that promise I made. For almost a decade, I had no resources. I had no applause. I had no short ways to succeed. That I thought everyone on, whether you go to Instagram, I hated social media so much at that time. Whatever platform it seemed they succeeded in a way that for some reason wasn't mine. But I was reminded that I am an alumni of that built me. It didn't just give me a qualification. It built my character. And through that, I continued for almost a full decade. What moved me from that point to where I stand today was discipline. I worked 80-hour weeks. And just to clarify, for you to get 80 hours, that means Monday to Friday, you work 12 hours. Saturday, you put in 10 hours. Sunday, you put in another 10 hours. That means you work sunrise to sunset every single day. That's how you get 80 hours. I know this because I did it for multiple years. It means sacrifice without any guarantee of success. That journey led me to become a recognized business leader and innovator, a Mail and Guardian Top 200 Young South African, a guest of the President to Parliament, a policy leader in ESG and sustainability. And today, I have the honor to represent South Africa and the Global South as a G20 B20 Digital Transformation Task Force leader. I am one of the youngest globally in that task force. I advocate for advancing responsible innovation and transformation, the very principles that TUT stands for. Each milestone was never a reward. It was a promise kept. To the 7 outstanding achievers that are here today, you have carried the hopes of your family, your community, your mentors, and yourselves. And you have delivered with excellence. Jim Rohn once said that life revolves around seasons. There are winters and there are summers. There are seasons to plant and there are seasons to reap. There's a winter that tests you, and there's also summers that reward you. This moment right now is your summer. Enjoy it. Celebrate it. You earned it. But never forget what got you through your winters. The uncertainty, the sacrifice, the resilience. As you step forward, new promises will be made. Promises to your purpose, to your profession, promises to the people that you will serve as leaders. Life will continue to ask you one question that you today have answered, but will need to continue answering. Are you the best? And every day, through your work, ethics, and your impact, you will have to answer, yes, I am the best. The burden of success is more success. The responsibility of achievement is more impact. Today, as I look at you, I see a generation that will make it to the Mail and Guardian Top 200. I see a generation that will lead the G20. I see a generation that isn't looking at me as perhaps a leader or something to look up to, but as a peer. And I am willing, open hands, to welcome you. You've earned it. You are the best of TUT. That makes you the best of the world. Understand this. I've walked the path. Being the best at TUT is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new promise. And may your success be measured not only in accomplishments and recognition, but in lives touched, impact made, and promises kept. Thank you, and congratulations to the top 7.
What a beautiful story. So I hesitated to stand up because I was still enjoying the story. So I was hoping it will continue. But now that I know you, then we'll talk after the ceremony. Thank you, Mr. Magwaza. If we can give him a round of applause. You know, as Mr. Magwaza was busy giving his speech, even us, I think, as the academic staff of the Tshwane University of Technology, including everyone in the room, I would like to believe he reminded us, all of us, that excellency is not born in a moment, but nurtured through vision, perseverance, discipline, resiliency, 10 years sacrifice. Obviously, that will differ from one person to the other. Some might even go 20, 30, for as long as you want to keep that promise. Mr. Magwaza, you have shown us that when TET students leave our gate, they don't just leave or they don't just carry a qualification. They carry purpose, vision, and the will to change the world. We appreciate you for that. We now come to the most anticipated moment of this morning, the presentation of the Chancellors Awards, honoring the Magnificent Seven. These are the top students from each of our 7 faculties, individuals who have shown outstanding academic performance, innovation, and leadership. As Maya Angelou once said, do the best you can until you do better. Then when you know better, do better. Today we celebrate those who have not only done better, but inspired all of us to do the same. These awards that we are going to celebrate will be awarded alphabetically. As I call a top achiever to a stage, I will call the executive dean of that particular faculty to join us on stage. But before we do that, we are going to welcome our professor, Professor Tinyiko Maluleke, to present the awards. Prof, if you can join us on stage. Maybe, Prof, this is where we dance. It's a pity I don't know how to do the dance. They go this way. This way. You know, this song, it forces you to move. Huh? We are actually playing this song for you. Okay. Okay. DJ, if we can just continue before Prof leaves the stage. I thought he was going to join me in the dance. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can have the Executive Dean of Arts, sorry about that, Arts and Design, sorry, Arts and Design. So now I think my head is in the mood because I'm celebrating the Brenda Fassie music, the Art and Design. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Tshwane University of Technology 5th Annual Chancellors Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement 2025 in the Faculty of Arts and Design. The award goes to Mpho Masindi Mudau. When I call your name, you can come on stage. Sure, they're too far.
Congratulations, Mpho.
Mpho pursued diploma
What happened to that song?
in interior design. They are looking for that song now. They are looking for that song, the Vulingela song.
Was it lost?
Okay, or DJ, if we can just continue. We will now move to the engineering and the built environment. I'm going to ask the Executive Dean for Engineering and the Built Environment to join us on stage. And please, if you can play that song again so that he can enter the stage with a move. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Tshwane University of Technology 5th Annual Chancellors Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement 2025 in the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment. The award goes to Mpho Ndou.
Let me encourage you. 1, 2,
Mpho pursued the degree of Bachelors of Architecture. Now on stage, can we please have the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Humanities? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Tshwane University of Technology 5th Annual Chancellors Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement 2025 in the Faculty of Humanities. The award goes to Rose Matole. She pursued Bachelors of Education in Senior Phase and Further Education and Training, Teaching Mathematics. The certificate, they say they don't have it. Information. We now move to the faculties for Information and Communication Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Tshwane University of Technology 5th Annual Chancellors Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement 2025 in the Faculty for Information and Communication Technology. The award goes to Wiseman Andile Nkalanga. Andile completed the diploma in computer sciences. Management sciences. faculty. Now we are going to move to management sciences. If we can have the executive dean.
I'm ready for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the Tshwane University of Technology's 5th Annual Chancellors Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement 2025 in the Faculty of Management Sciences. The award goes to Reakantse Sheila, Reakantse pursued the Diploma in Supply Chain Management. We now move to the Faculty for Science. If we can have the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Science to join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Tshwane University of Technology 5th Annual Chancellors Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement 2025 in the Faculty of Science. The award goes to Zalke Haynes. Oh gosh. Zalke pursued Bachelor's of Health Science in Clinical Technology. It must be nice in your faculty. Okay, I know I've promised that I'm going to call the award in the alphabetical order. Yes, I do know my letters, but I'm going back to economics. I'm going to ask the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Economics and Finance to join us. With this award, unfortunately, our top achiever is not here because she had to attend a family funeral. So the Executive Dean is going to receive this award on the students' behalf in absentia. The award for the Tshwane University of Technology 5th Annual Chancellors Award for outstanding academic achievement 2025 in the Faculty of Economics and Finance goes to Asipile Mabega. She pursued Advanced Diploma, Financial Management, Certified Financial Analyst. Maybe before you go, maybe if we can call all the top achievers, the faculty dean, to join me on stage so that they can take a group picture. The faculty deans, executive deans, the top achievers, if you can come and join us on stage so that we can take a group picture. While they are joining us on stage, there are two vehicles that are blocking the way. If maybe the drivers of this vehicle can go and move their vehicle, they are blocking the way. I'm going to read the registration number. It's two of them. The first one is WKJ 732GP. Then we have the second one, DT67KSGP. The first one was WKJ 732GP. The second one, DT67KSGP. Unfortunately, I don't know the type of cars. I only have the registration number. If you can please move the vehicles because they are blocking the way.
And then Prof, can you stand here? That's fine.
What a remarkable celebration of intellect, efforts, and purpose. A very big congratulations to our top achievers. You know, in my culture, a celebration is never complete without these. If we have gentlemen in the house, then they will say, wow, wow. So this is how we do it in the Pedi culture. This is how we go and celebrate most of our gathering, especially if we are celebrating milestones. As we pause for a brief reflection, let us just remember that success is never solitary. It is built on the foundation of support, mentorship, and courage. With that being said, I would like to take this moment to also appreciate families who believed, academic staff who guided, friends who encouraged this magnificent seven throughout this successful journey. Kasipedi, there is a saying that malawa khomu ubonala namani. The direct translation is, the color of the cow reflects well in its calf. This means that the excellence attributes we observe today are attributable to a positive upbringing, heritage, education, and support from parents, lecturers, peers, and the community at large. This morning, we are not just applauding high marks, but the spirit of persistency and curiosity that drives innovation. Congratulations once more to our outstanding academic achievers. At this juncture, we will hear from two of our magnificent seven who will speak on behalf of all the top academic achievers. Please welcome to the stage Ms. Zalke Heinz and Mr. Andile Wiseman Ngalanga to share their reflection on this honor. Zalke Heinz and Mr. Ngalanga, if you can come and join us on stage. So you guys will take turns if you can start it with your speech.
Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. My story begins on the 18th of February 1999 in a small town called Bethlehem, a name that in itself carries a message of hope and beginnings. I was the youngest in my family, born to a mother of 40, and guided by two older brothers who were already young men when I entered the world, 16 and 13 years my senior. But there's one person whose belief carried me further than I could ever have imagined, my dad. He was a man of quiet strength, the kind who didn't speak much, but when he did, his words carried weight. When the time came for me to pursue my dreams, he made a decision that I could never forget. He paid for my studies for 7 years, and he never looked back and regretted it. Growing up, I was surrounded by love, strength, and wisdom. My family became the foundation on which my entire journey was built. They believed in me before I even knew what believing in myself meant, and for that I will forever be grateful. My journey through education began at Witteberg High School, where I poured myself into my studies and finished matric with 6 distinctions and a mean average of 82%. But that was only the beginning. I went on to Northwest University, where I pursued a BSc in Physiology and Psychology, 2 fields that opened my heart and mind to the incredible complexity of the human body and soul. During those years, I achieved 37 distinctions, and I was honored as the 2nd best student in a faculty of health sciences. Yet, beyond the certificates and the marks, I found something even greater, my purpose. After completing my degree, I chose to follow that purpose, my love for healthcare, and joined the Tshwane University of Technology to study clinical technology, specializing in critical care. At the age of 22, I found myself in a field that demanded not only intellect, but heart. From my very first day at TUT, I would never forget this, it was just after COVID, I knew I was exactly where I was meant to be. I fell in love with every subject, every challenge, and every late night study session. And in those moments of exhaustion and perseverance, I found strength I didn't know I had. Over 4 years, I earned 28 distinctions and a mean average of 86%. But numbers only tell a small part of the story. What truly defined those years were the lessons in humility, resilience, and faith. I was blessed to receive several academic awards, from Best First-Year Student in Anatomy to the Chancellors Award as the Best Student in a Faculty of Sciences. Each of these moments was not just an achievement, but a reminder that hard work, faith, and passion truly pay off. But let me tell you, none of this happened alone. I stand here today because of the unwavering love of my family, the guidance of my mentors, and above all, the grace of God. He gave me the strength to rise, the wisdom to learn, and the courage to dream. TUT gave me my purpose, and for that I will forever be grateful. Today I have the privilege of working for SSC and running my own private practice, serving across 9 hospitals in and around Pretoria. Every day I step into a dark ICU, and I remember why I started: to bring care, comfort, and life to those who need it the most. My story is not about talent. It's not even about luck. It's about faith, perseverance, and the unshakable belief that every challenge is preparing you for something even greater. To anyone listening who might doubt their path, remember this: you don't have to start in a big city to have big dreams. You don't have to have it all figured out to take the first step. You don't need to be the strongest, you just need to keep going. Hard things will happen to you. You will recover. You will learn from it. And you will grow more resilient. Because sometimes the smallest beginnings, even from a place called Bethlehem, can lead to the most extraordinary destinies. So my fellow recipients of the Chancellors Awards, our bird is in our hands. Our destinies is in our hands. Let's go live out our purpose. Thank you.
Did you know that the village of Buzin doesn't appear even on the Google Maps? If you want to search about it, you don't appear just like all the other places here. But just saying that just means it's an average place, just like me. I don't boast in any extraordinary achievements. I am a middle child, born in a family, so I know in all positions, I was blessed as a middle child. I know how to guard, and I know and experienced to be guarded. But what I know is I'm just simple. I boast in my flaws, not just my achievements. From Buzin till here, my metric was very average. I got an average score mark. And as you can see, my family couldn't make it today. But still, I know they're here in spirit. And yeah, oh my God. So, I didn't have a personal experience or wise person to teach me. So instead, I did the most logical thing a child could do. Go check cartoons and games. Then in those cartoons and games, I fell in love with the characters. And if you go deeper than that, it turns out the psychology of people. This is why we mostly love characters who act films. We know those films are not real, but we love the people. That's all that matters, the people, the passion they show. By that, one of my favorite people, first of all, will always be Jesus Christ because of his love. Amen. Secondly, was a samurai called Miyamoto Musashi. I like his quote. He says, it's very simple and ordinary to love the extraordinary. Everyone can love a flower, but it's extraordinary to love the ordinary. It turns out, if you take a microscope and look into a leaf, the patterns are so beautiful that even all painters around the world couldn't paint it because of its infinite texture. So by that, I say to all of us, we shouldn't just boast about the achievements because it's just one day. We should enjoy the awkward silence, the bad moments. That actually shapes us all, because a weak person can be rich and powerful if they haven't fallen. Then you don't know how they experience when they fell. True strength comes to the person who has fallen thousands of times and still does it again, over and over. You know that person will keep on moving. But the person who always achieves every single day and never experiences failure, you may not know when the day they experience that failure, it even destroys them completely. So by that, and thank you to all the staff members, to me, the individuals who have power, showing us that if power comes to a loving person, to a loving hand, it creates beauty. Just like all our 7 faculties can be described here in this simple award. You need the architecture to engineer and plan such a beautiful thing. And just by looking at it, because it's beautiful, you already know it's a work of art. You need the people. And those people will need to be managed. And those people, you need to know how to communicate with them, teach them. That's what humanities are for. You need management of not just those people, the resources, all the material used to create this. And above all else, you need technology, information to know what you're making. And lastly, always will need to be in great health. And never forget that whatever you're making must not be a bad thing, that it also affects the economy negatively. By that said, thank you very much for your time.
Well done. Let's give them a round of applause. You know, I made them stand here on stage, the 2 of them, at the same time. At some point, I felt bad because I was looking at wise men standing there and I'm thinking. Then I realized, I think it was a good idea for them to support each other. Thank you to both of you, Zalke and Andile, for your heartfelt words. You have reminded us that excellency is earned step by step with humility and hard work. To all other magnificent 7, congratulations once more, and continue to wave the Tshwane University of Technology flag high and higher until it reaches the greatest heights. Now to officially close our ceremony, please help me to welcome on stage Professor Ingrid Mokhobu, the campus rector of the Tshwane University of Technology. Professor Mokhobu is the campus rector for the Pretoria campus. She's coming to close the ceremony for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Yeah. If you look at the programs, my name does not appear, unfortunately. And by the way, I'm vertically challenged, so yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, just why I'm mentioning that is because, thank you, is because just when I had thought that I will use the program as an evidence for my KPAs, my name doesn't appear. So, yeah, it's an oops. Thank you, Program Director. As we come to the close of this special celebration, the Chancellors Awards, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for being here to honor and celebrate the success and achievements of our award recipients. And almost similar to what Andile has just mentioned now, these awards reminds me of my time as an academic head of department when we used to hold similar ceremonies for our top students. And one of the awards we presented was called the Fassbeiter Award. I think Zilke will understand better than everybody else in here. We used to call it the Fassbeiter Award. And this award was given to students who took longer to complete their courses, such as those finishing, for instance, a 3-year diploma in 5 or 6 years. In many cases, this award went to students with, for instance, who had conditions like neurodivergent, conditions like autism, like dyslexia. But then, back then, we were not even aware of these conditions, unfortunately. As well as those dealing with learning disabilities or mental health challenges, such as the OCDs or the bipolar disorders and so on. And sometimes it would be awarded to individuals who had been in industry for years and were returning to further their studies. So I guess the brains have rusted. So the Fassbeiter Trophy symbolized an open mouth with clenched teeth, reflecting the challenges these students faced. So this is how it looked. So we were being artistic, Prof. Nalini? It was like this. It was literally a mouth showing clenched teeth and tight lips. And yeah, and that was the how the trophy looked like. I'm looking at these beautiful trophies here. Not the one for the Fassbeiter. So, like I said, it reflected the challenges these students faced. I share this story because I want you, the Magnificent Seven, to recognize the significance of your achievements, because it can be tough out there for your peers. Do not ever, ever, ever downplay your achievement. Many of your fellow students confront severe learning difficulties. And in your case, you didn't just perform academically, you excelled with almost similar efforts that students with learning disabilities took to be where they find themselves after 6 years or 5 years, because they also displayed qualities like perseverance. That's the reason why we call this person, the award, Fassbeiter. In English, it's more of persevere. And I think we wanted to, to be emphatic, and then we decided to use an Afrikaans word, vastbyter, it has a punch. So that's why we decided to use the word. And they used to be very thankful for that. Because they also went through, like I indicated, everything else that an outstanding student will go through, perseverance, pursuit of success, and so on. However, with them, the outcome would be different to outstanding students. So again, I'm saying, really don't downplay what you have achieved. So let me take this opportunity to try and motivate the Magnificent Seven. Please go make a meaningful impact in the industry, government, and most importantly, our communities. I'm borrowing Dr. Mabote's words. Continue to keep the bird alive, the VC's speech, which was full of wisdom. Go fulfill you have dealt, according to Mr. Magwaza, you have dealt with your medal excellently. You kept your promises. Continue to answer, yes, I'm the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for that. I think I need to thank you for that. And I will request you to also pat yourselves at the back. Can you do that now? Magnificent Seven, you've done well. And you should consider yourselves blessed as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we were gathered not merely to hand out the awards, to honor something. We were here basically to honor something far greater: the spirit of excellence, the power of perseverance, and the unyielding heartbeat of our university community. Our awardees' achievements are a testament of personal discipline, commitment, mental fortitude, and the pursuit of mastery. Since excellence knows no boundaries, we hope that this commitment to one's craft will take you far. May this recognition motivate you to reach even greater heights in your future endeavors. Continue to strive for greatness. Keep the flag flying high with honor and pride. And thank you for contributing to the university's transformation from good to great. And lastly, thank you, the Magnificent Seven, for being here today in this ceremony, because without you, nothing will be possible. On that note, let me take this opportunity to thank the following. I would like to express my profound gratitude to Dr. Gloria Serube, the Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, in her absence, and the VC and Principal, Professor Tinyiko Maluleke. I'm stressing Maluleke because it is always being pronounced wrong. Thank you, VC, for allowing a moment to pause and honor as well as celebrate the remarkable spirit, resilience, and excellence of our students. Your leadership and support have been invaluable. Thank you for your inspiring keynote speech. Your words of wisdom and encouragement have truly inspired us. You mentioned something about touching the sky, and it reminded me of my favorite song, Touch the Sky. I think my Melody colleagues knows the song. Professor Poli and Professor Ntebuheng. To the Executive Management Committee members, our DVCs, the CFO, Director Advancement, your attendance made the occasion truly special and served as a significant morale boost for all the award recipients and attendees. Thank you for your guidance and support. To the executive deans and assistant deans, your confidence in the abilities and contributions to the award recipients has played a crucial role in elevating their recognition. We extend our gratitude for your exemplary leadership, your dedication to cultivating exceptional students is both commendable and duly recognized within the academic community. Well done, colleagues. I know what it takes to achieve this. And to the heads of departments, I saw Dr. Boshoff, I saw Dr. Brodes. Unfortunately, I cannot recognize the other HODs from the other faculties. To them as well, thank you for your encouragement and for your role in recognizing and fostering excellence within your departments. This reflects a high level of professionalism, patience, passion, and a profound commitment to your work. Leadership in this regard begins with you, no doubt about it. And unfortunately, my tribe, the campus rectors, I only can recognize Dr. Etienne van Wyk. My tribe is not here today. Thank you for maintaining stability on our campuses, ensuring the smooth operation of the academic project. No TUT is going to burn under our watch. You won't be watching TUT burning on TV. Never, not under our watch. We will continue to put out the fires and create an ecosystem that is fit for purpose. To our sponsors, if we do have, I'm not sure if we do have sponsors amongst us. Looks like we don't. Members of the alumni, Mr. Magwaza, thank you for sharing your narrative and heartfelt reflection. Your involvement has significantly contributed to the uniqueness of this occasion. In a professional context, we maintain our connection, collaboration through the relationships we have cultivated. Let us continue to support one another as we progress in our respective endeavors. You are a role model to our top students, definitely. And thank you for extending opportunities to our top students as well. Thank you very much for that. To the awardees, guests, the parents, the family, your support and love have been a cornerstone of the awardees' exceptional achievements. Thank you for being here today and for the role you have played in their success. Then lastly, the support staff from corporate affairs and marketing, as well as the advancement and alumni office. Your meticulous planning and hard work behind the scenes have made this occasion a perfect celebration. Thank you for your dedication and for ensuring that every detail was perfect. Program Director, Dr. Beverly Nchabeleng, you share a name with my sister Beverly. I thought I should tell you that. Thank you for the seamless execution of this entire program, which is a testament to your dedication and meticulous attention to detail as well. And you really kept us awake. We appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your participation and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you very much.
Before I actually thank our Professor Mohobu, I just have two announcements to make. The VC just informed me that our Chancellor would have loved to join us. Unfortunately, she had a family emergency that needed her attention. That is why we are not seeing Dr. Serobe with us today here. And I've got another important announcement to make to our Magnificent Seven. I was just informed by Regina's office. They say they had earlier requested your banking details. And those of you that have not submitted their banking details, if you can kindly do that, and so that they can process what was promised to you. They didn't tell me the number though. Thank you, Professor Mohobu, for your warm and inspiring conclusion. I'm trying to turn this mic because now I'm tall. Okay. Thank you very much for your inspiring conclusion. So I'm going to steal a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt for our Magnificent Seven. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And to our Magnificent Seven, may you continue to dream boldly, achieve fearlessly, and lead brilliantly. Ladies and gentlemen, this actually concludes the 2025 Chancellors Award ceremony. Thank you very much for joining us this morning in honoring our best and our brightest. We invite you to remain with us. It's actually a meal. I thought it was a brunch. They say it's a full meal. We have 2 serving stations, one on the left and one on the right. Have a wonderful day further, and please drive home safely. Enjoy the rest of the day. You know, the DJ, if you can play music, and those who know how to actually respond to music as well, while others are serving themselves, then yes.